to gaslight you and create spells that keep you trapped in the hell realm. What is the anatomy of how narcissists invert reality? If you want to know the secret tactic, how narcissistic systems reverse reality and separate you from your divine code, you are in the right place. Come on in. Come on in. Welcome to the live. Welcome. Yes, you can replay later. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Welcome in. Welcome to the live. Welcome, 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 welcome. Let me begin. Let me begin. Let me begin. You see, here it is. There is a form of abuse that narcissists use that is deeper than any insult. Welcome in. It's deeper than betrayal. And it's even deeper than gaslighting. It is the deliberate or sometimes compulsive reversal of reality. It is when the person who wounds you presents themselves as the wounded one. It is when the person who lies calls you dishonest. It is when the person who creates chaos accuses you of disturbing the peace. It is when the person who violates the relationship declares that your reaction to the violation is the problem. Am I talking to you? This is what an inversion is. An inversion is one of the primary mechanisms through which narcissistic consciousness maintains its power. Julia, am I talking to you? Psychologically, inversion appears through projection. Inversion appears through blame reversal. Inversion appears through gaslighting. Inversion appears through scapegoating. Come on in. I'm so glad to be here with you. Come on in. Welcome, welcome. Inversion appears through what psychologist Jennifer Frey calls DARVO, D-A-R-V-O, which is deny, attack, become the reverse victim, an offender. Remember this, DARVO. Blessed love, Diane. What are you talking about? You know what I mean? DARVO. Deny, attack, reverse victim, and offender. DARVO describes the maneuver through which an accused person, the narcissist, denies the behavior, then attacks you, the person confronting the behavior, then claims that they themselves are the actual victim. This is the spell, Scylla. Spiritually, however, inversion is something more profound. Inversion is a counterfeit creation system. DARVO, you got it, DARVO. It is a counterfeit creation system, meaning that it takes what is true and turns it upside down, Pesha. It takes love and converts it into obligation. It takes empathy and converts it into servitude. It takes accountability and converts it into persecution. That it takes boundaries and converts them into cruelty. It takes discernment and then it calls it judgment. It takes your liberation and then calls it betrayal. So the point is, inversion is not merely a lie, because a simple lie conceals a fact. Inversion, however, reorganizes the meaning around the lie. Let me say that again. Julia, you are so spot on. Inversion reorganizes the entire field of meaning around the lie. So let me tell you exactly what inversion is. And by the way, if I'm talking to you, type transform. I want to know I'm talking to you. I want to know I'm talking to you. And if I'm talking to you, type transform wherever you are. So inversion is the reversal of moral, psychological, relational, and a spiritual reality for the purpose of preserving an unstable identity or maintaining control. Let me say it again, Kimmy. Good to see you, Kimmy. An inversion, let me tell you again, folks. Greetings, everybody. An inversion is the reversal of moral, psychological, relational, or spiritual reality for the purpose of preserving an unstable identity, a lie, or maintaining control. The biggest mindset shift. You see, the narcissistic personality, even if it's hidden and covert, cannot comfortably metabolize certain realities, such as I caused harm, I was wrong. Another person has a reality that's independent of me. My behavior, they can't think like this. So when these truths approach their consciousness, the narcissistic structure experiences them not simply as information, but as a threat to psychic survival. Am I talking to you? This is why they invert. Therefore, they must rearrange reality, where the aggressor becomes the victim and the victim becomes the aggressor. That's inversion. The exploiter becomes the misunderstood one. Come on, these people are sick. The boundary becomes the assault. That was a Freudian slip, which I don't care to hide. It's sick. The consequence becomes the injustice. This is why arguing with inversion often feels surreal. It feels surreal. This is why arguing with inversion feels surreal. You see, Nora, because you believe you are discussing an event, but the narcissistic consciousness is defending an identity. You understand? They are sick indeed. I love that. And I have a lot of empathy for that sickness. And that sickness in me as well, because the angels and demons are within us. They're not outside. Now, I want to talk about inversion as a grimoire. So what is a grimoire? Historically, a grimoire is a book or a manual of magical operations, which are words, symbols, rituals, names, and invocations, right? And these are believed to influence events or consciousness. That's a grimoire, right, Nora? So I use the word grimoire here primarily as a spiritual and psychological metaphor. The narcissist's grimoire is not necessarily a physical book. It is a rehearsed library of reversals. Davo, Claire, you got it. Defend, attack, reverse victim, offender. It is a rehearsed library of rehearsals that these narcissists have. And it may contain formulas such as, after everything I've done for you, or you are too sensitive, or you are imagining things, or you are unprofessional, or everyone agrees that you are the problem, or I only behave that way because you provoked me, or you have changed, or you think you're better than everyone, or I was just trying to help. That's the one I like the best. Or you are destroying this family. Come on. These are not merely sentences. These are incantations, incantatory structures. They are repeated until they begin to replace your direct perception. You see this trickery? Meaning that a magical spell, understood symbolically, functions by directing your attention, emotion, and beliefs towards a particular outcome. Narcissistic inversion operates in much the same way. And listen to me if you've ever done this, and look at yourself, and you want to make sure that you are no longer in this, because when you are in this place of Davo and reversing, you are in the hell realm, and you belong in the hell realm. By your karma, you put yourself there. So this repeated phrase becomes an implanted interpretation. Divine feminine, it's, how do I say your name? It's DPTFW. How do you say it? I keep seeing you. I love seeing you. How do you say your name? Can you give me something to help me? You see, they implanted this interpretation in you. Then your emotional reaction becomes a nervous system state. Then that nervous system state becomes a behavior. Then that behavior is then presented as evidence that the original accusation was true. This is genius the way they do it. It's sick and genius. That is the closed magical circle of inversion. I'm going to go through it again. They repeat these spells, so that repeated phrase becomes an implanted interpretation. That implanted, oh, for the win, I got it. It's DP for the win. I got it. It's DP for the win. Thank you. The repeated phrase becomes an implanted interpretation. That interpretation becomes an emotional reaction. That emotional reaction becomes a nervous system state. That nervous system state becomes behavior. Then the behavior is presented as evidence that the original accusation was true. Look at them. That is the closed circle of inversion. So the narcissist will say you are unstable. Then you desperately try to prove that you are stable. And the moment you do that, they escalate, they provoke, they withdraw, they accuse, they contradict and humiliate. And your nervous system becomes overwhelmed. So you finally cry, shout, freeze, or send a long message. Then they point to your dysregulated response and say, see, this is what I meant. So the spell manufactures the evidence it needs. Now, let me tell you about the mechanics of this inversion spell. Inversion generally follows a recognizable sequence. And the sequence is as follows. Chaos, you said it. Stage one, the narcissist commits the violation. They may have been dishonest, or they may have humiliated you, or they neglected you, or there was financial control, or coercion, or abandonment, or rudeness. Whatever it is, they commit the violation. That's stage one. Then number two, you or the empath name the violation because you ask a question, or you express the pain, or you seek clarification, or you establish a boundary. And the moment you name the violation, the narcissist feels exposed. But when they feel exposed, they do not hear you say, oh, your behavior harmed me. What they hear is, your false self has been penetrated. Come on, who am I talking to? And then stage four is when they do the reversal, because now the conversation is no longer about the original behavior. It becomes about your tone. It becomes about your timing. It becomes about your emotionality. It becomes about your alleged ingratitude. It becomes about your imperfections. It becomes about your failure to forgive or your lack of compassion for them. You see, this is what they do. And then stage five is when you get recruited into self-defense by explaining yourself. You provide dates. You soften your language. You apologize for your tone. You try to prove your goodness. You abandon the original issue and enter the narcissist courtroom. And these narcissists are clever. Some of them will even pretend to be empaths, but we see all of them. Am I talking to you? Who am I talking to? I want to know I'm talking to you. Somebody tell me I'm talking to you. And I'm going to play this song by Yaksta. This is raw. And if I'm talking to you, type transform before I keep going. Type transform. I want to know I'm talking to you. Come on. I want to know I'm talking to you. Type transform. Whip them. Whip them. Whip them, Jaja. Come on. Woo. You understand? This is what they do, but we are onto them. You can see them. You can't. We are roaring like lions. You understand? This is what I'm talking about. This is what they do. But they don't know we are onto them. Let me tell you. And then stage 6 is when the narcissist becomes the judge, jury, defendant, and historian. They determine what happens. They determine what it meant. They determine whether your feelings are legitimate. They determine what evidence is admissible. They determine when the discussion is over. This is why inversion is not simply deception. It is an attempted seizure of your epistemic sovereignty. Brothel, it is an attempted seizure of your epistemic sovereignty. Come on, narcissist, who do you think you're playing with? Your right to know what you experienced. In fact, research on gaslighting emphasizes that close relationships give the manipulator unusual epistemic leverage because intimate partners often help our perceptions. They confirm our perceptions. So when that trusted person systematically attacks your perception, confusion becomes structurally embedded in the relationship. You see what they do? Thank you, Leon. Love the new picture. It's beautiful. This is what they do. So why does the empath fall prey to inversion? Let me tell you, Divine Light Lounge, why does the empath fall prey to inversion? The empath is not captured because the empath is unintelligent. The empath is captured because empathy contains several qualities that can be exploited when they are not joined with discernment. Do you see me? Discernment. You see my eyes? Discernment. TikTok. Do you see my eyes? YouTube. Discernment. Do you see my eyes? Instagram. Discernment. Oh, Leanne, you may be on your way out soon, right? What is your calling? Stop asking yourself what your calling is, Leanne. Don't worry about money. You see, money is faith, not to be worried about, with discipline and inspired action. So when this happens, the reason why the empath falls victim to this inversion is because the empaths tend to believe that context matters. Everyone has wounds and conflict can be repaired. These are noble capacities, Leanne. But in a field of inversion, every noble capacity can be turned against its owner. Self-reflection becomes compulsive self-blame. Patience becomes indefinite postponement. Forgiveness becomes renewed access. Come on, who am I talking to? Humility becomes self-erasure. She's jealous of you because she can feel your energy. She knows you're an empath. That's what it is. And you probably dress better than her. Leon, the wounded empath is especially vulnerable because the wounded empath may have learned in childhood that belonging depends upon reading the emotional field, anticipating other people's needs, and surrendering your reality. Come on, we don't want that. Why would you do that? Why? Why? You see, in your childhood, you may have learned peace exists when the powerful person is pleased. Love exists when I understand everyone else. Come on, what trickery. Safety exists when I suppress my reaction. What the bomba is that? I'm good when I require very little. What's the same thing, Kanye? If someone is upset, I must have caused it. Meaning, the child becomes an adult whose nervous system confuses self-abandonment with relational safety. What the? This is where the inversion enters. It does not arrive as an entirely foreign language. It activates an ancient grammar already stored in your body. And let me tell you what inversion does to your nervous system. Inversion targets this authority, your spiritual authority, because the nervous system is one of the primary interfaces through which you recognize danger, safety, attraction, contradiction, and truth. And before the analytical mind creates a sentence, the body already knows. You understand, Portia? You better wear that Prada you got. You better wear those Crown Hamptons. You better wear those Jimmy Choos. Whatever you got, however you're doing it. Come on now. The nervous system is one of the primary interfaces through which you recognize danger, safety, attraction, and such. So before the analytical mind creates a sentence, the body may already know that something is inconsistent, that the apology contains no remorse, that peace is artificial, that the person's innocence is performative. You see? But when you've been conditioned to distrust your body, you override the signal. You call contraction anxiety. Come on, narcissists. You think we don't know who you are? I was raised in this. I know you in and out. You call dread overthinking. We know, and there's no I. You call nausea insecurity. You call exhaustion a failure of compassion, the biggest mindset shift. You call the loss of vitality depression without asking what environment is draining that vitality. Coercive control and chronic psychological abuse are associated with significant mental health consequences, including depression, including post-traumatic stress symptoms, and complex trauma-related difficulties. Come on, these narcissists shouldn't be walking the streets. They are dangerous. Under repeated stress, the body mobilizes sympathetic survival responses involving the limbic system. I can't wait for the time when there's a mass awakening where it becomes so anathema to be narcissistic, so unproductive to be narcissistic, because the world is kinder, more healed. That's the new earth. That's the earth I'm a part of. Which earth are you a part of? You see, under repeated stress, the body mobilizes sympathetic survival responses in your nervous system, in your limbic system. This means inversion is not, you said it, Leon, inversion is not confined to the intellect. It becomes physiological. This is why you may experience rumination, insomnia, chronic muscular tension, digestive disturbance, freezing, emotional flooding, and the inability to make simple decisions. We don't want this in our nirvana. We love everybody, but we know that eventually the narcissist does not have to accuse you. You accuse yourself. They do not have to silence you. You anticipate their reaction and you silence yourself. And you begin editing your memory before speaking. This is when the external inversion becomes an inner grimoire. Now, let me tell you why the narcissist uses inversions and why they play this game. Because inversion has several functions. In the old earth, which is over, it evades accountability. If the narcissist can make your reaction the central issue, the original violation disappears. You see, it's a relational error. You said it. It preserves grandiosity, meaning that the narcissistic self-image depends on remaining exceptional, innocent, superior, chosen, misunderstood, or unfairly persecuted. This is what they do. It's sick. It also transfers shame. That's why in the DSM, narcissism is described as a personality disorder. And here we're not diagnosing people. We're talking about the symptoms of it. So who the cup fits, let them wear it. It transfers shame because the narcissist cannot tolerate shame internally. So shame is projected onto the empath. So you leave the conversation feeling contaminated, confused, or defective, and they leave feeling cleansed. You see, this is the whole beauty of inversion. This inversion that they do. This is what they do. This is what they do. Mazahua. This is what they do. This is what they do. This is Saul Williams. Mazahua. We destroy these systems. It generates control. A confused person is easier to govern than a clear person. The more energy you spend defending yourself, the less energy you have to observe the system. Also, it provokes reactive evidence. Inversion is designed to move you from witness consciousness into survival consciousness. Because once you're dysregulated, oh, Phoenix, I see what you did there. Once you are dysregulated, you may perform the very role assigned to you. This is Saul Williams, Mazaua. Listen to these words from his new album, Saul Williams. Come on. It maintains access. Inversion maintains access. Because if leaving can be defined as cruelty, right? Then they trick you to stay with them, and it extracts your energy. It extracts supply. It extracts supply. These are the things that are owed to you. There should be open doors for you. Saul Williams. If you ever feel that there's systems against you, Saul Williams is coming. Why does the narcissist invent? Because an unaltered reality is intolerable. We destroy these systems. We destroy these systems. Come on, Saul Williams. We destroy these systems. We destroy these systems. It's narcissistic families. Yo, I have a nice face. Merci beaucoup. We destroy these systems. Saul Williams, where are you, Saul Williams? We destroy these systems. We destroy these systems. These narcissists, we destroy them. Jeez! Saul Williams, tell them. It's just a rock. We are destroying these systems together. Come on. I get it, Sarah James. Don't let them do it. Don't let them do it. Don't let them do it. Don't let them do it, Sarah James. Don't let them do it. Don't let them do it. We destroy these systems. We destroy these systems. Come on, Saul Williams. We destroy these systems. Come on, did you hear that? We destroy these systems. This song is called Masahua by Saul Williams, New York's finest. So let me tell you, why does the narcissist invent? They invent conversations that never occurred. They invent consensus. They invent diagnosis. They invent betrayals. They invent emergencies. They invent moral offenses. They invent histories in which they were always given and you were always taken. Why? Because invention fills the gap between reality and the identity they need to preserve. The invention is a psychic scaffolding. In this sense, narcissistic invention is not genuine creation, it's anti-creation. Now, the tactics of inversion, one of those tactics is projection. They attribute their own impulses or behaviors to you. So if the narcissist is cheating, they will say you're cheating. The deceptive person becomes obsessed with your honesty. The unfaithful person becomes suspicious of your movements. The exploitative person accuses you of using them. Then they do DARVO, D-A-R-V-O. They deny, they attack, they reverse the position of victim and offender. Then they also gaslight. They gaslight. Then they do tone policing. Then they erase the context. Your reaction is separated from the prolonged provocation that produced it. Then there's a moral inversion and a spiritual inversion and a collective inversion. So how does inversion destabilize you into a fight? The purpose of any inversion is not merely to defeat your argument, it's to pull you out of your center, out of a regulated nervous system. What the bomba? Who do you think you're playing with? When you remain calm, observant, embodied, precise, the narcissistic structure is exposed. Your regulation reveals the disproportion. Your silence reveals the manipulation. Your non-participation reveals the dependence of the system upon your reaction. Therefore, you may be baited, and the bait may accuse an outrageous accusation, a distortion of something sacred to you, an attack of your parenting, a lie told publicly, the involvement of a third party, an insult disguised as concern, denial of an obvious fact, or a sudden threat of abandonment. This is what they do. Now, let me tell you about the distorted masculine archetype. The healthy masculine archetype provides direction, structure, ethical boundary, discernment, responsible action, steadiness, and the capacity to cut through confusion. You see, this is what happens. And this is why you become attached to the distorted feminine and masculine archetype. That's what they want. Because you're wounded, they don't want you to have access to your ascension. You see, this is what they do. And inversion is the age-old battle between good and evil, between light and dark, between domination and alignment. It calls cruelty strength. It calls exclusion purity. It calls deception wisdom. But you are not going to be a victim of inversions anymore because you know it. And inversions emerge from limitation. But when you've seen yourself and you've dealt with your shadows, the narcissist cannot invert you. They cannot invert you. You can do things like having a simple spiritual cleansing bath with warm water. It does something for you. You can reverse the inversion by using white candle for truth work. I'm getting into some hoodoo voodoo here. You can return to sender in the mirror because a mirror is a portal. Do you understand? In the mirror, you are looking at the portal. Or even now, when you look directly at me, you're looking at a portal. When you look directly into my eyes, you are looking at a portal. You see, you may also do a threshold wash. Clean the doorway in your home. Give thanks to the hoodoo practitioners from Alabama, Mississippi. You can also do a brown paper release. Write the person's name, accusation, or recurrent inversion on plain brown paper, and beneath it write, I release the demand that this person understands me. You understand? Now, how do you, when you do this and you're cleansed, oh, I love cinnamon. Brittany, you're now getting into some Alabama, Mississippi vibrations here. You see, and even Florida water. You see, and when you access the divine code, it's not about merely accessing hidden information. It is the original organization of your consciousness before trauma distorted your relationship with yourself. So the final reversal, as I end here, is that the narcissist inversion is they would persuade you that your liberation is cruelty. Why are you leaving me? Essential oils are perfect, Nora. Essential oils are perfect. I like tea tree oil. I like rosemary oil. I like some of the oils that come from Senegal that the Baifal use. Baifal, you see? But here is the divine reversal of the inversion. Your liberation may be the first moment in which you stop participating in cruelty towards yourself, because you are not here to defeat the narcissist in their own theater. You are here to leave the theater. You are not here to persuade them inside the spell. That's why it is important to restore right order with yourself. So the heart returns to compassion. The heart returns to clarity. Oh, Florida water with you everywhere, you got it. Crystals are powerful too. For those who are into, we see we're getting deeper here. Come on now. This is about science and spirituality. Now, when you're no longer hypnotized by the accusation, when you're no longer compelled to explain, when you're no longer kneeling before the counterfeit courts, you are in the divine code. Yes. Sage clears the negative energy, and Palo Santo brings the positive energy. So the empath is no longer hypnotized by the accusation. You're no longer fighting. You're no longer pleading. You're no longer proving. You're simply seeing. You're simply knowing. You're simply being present. And when you can remain in the presence of inversion without allowing it to invert you, the grimoire is closed. The spell is ended. The gate is sealed. And your life becomes your own again. Your life becomes your own again. From these people who thought they could be gods in your life, not realizing they're dealing with the great I am. Here. Frankincense is powerful too. That's why it's all over the Bible. You said it. It's true. So this is the information. This is the knowledge. This is how narcissists cleverly use inversions to hook you, to trap you. This is what they do. This is what they do. But you have to let them know that, Ole, you cannot be perambulated. because you are the great I am. Keji Hamilton. You understand? This is the whole point. This is how you must know and walk in your strength. Be proud of yourself. Be proud of you. It is when I'm meditating. Come on. Hey. Uh-huh. What? Bam, bam. You want me to lock up? You want to put me in a chokehold? Hey. By the way, today is the final day to join my Escaping Narcissistic Abuse class. We're starting in 2 days over the Lionsgate weekend. There's 1 or 2 spaces left. Sign up today at innermileage.com. Escaping Narcissistic Abuse. Yay. How do you make your own Florida water? What's the formula? Love wins. 144, 144, 144 love wins. This is what aloe vera. I love aloe vera. This is what it is. I'm so glad. Sarah Jane, this is what it's about. You go collect. Chokehold. You know go put me for chokehold. You lie back. Who are you? You're not that good. This is how you look at the narcissist and you think to yourself, yeah, you might be good, but you're not that good. You are not that smart. You're not that intelligent. Come on. You're not that good. They get so enamored with their intelligence that you must look at them and say, nah. You didn't bargain. You can't be like me. I'm 500 steps ahead of you. Why? Because there is no me. There is no me. You understand? This is what it is. This is what it is. You get me? This is the information to set yourself free once and for all. So you know where to find me. And you know where I'm going to be this weekend. This weekend is all about Escaping Narcissistic Abuse, the masterclass. Sign up today. Today's the final day. Sign up at innermileage.com. There are 1 or 2 spaces left. That's it. We're pretty much there. It's going to be a powerful, powerful transmission. So join us if you want to end. If you want to end your relationship with exploitation and inversion, and you want to walk into your power, like Danielle Ponder. If you want to walk into your power, into the power within you. This is what it's about. Innermileage.com. This is a portal for connecting to your deepest, truest self. Black power. Woo! Come on. You said it. You said it. We're too smart for them. That's why we look stupid to them initially. You see, the narcissist doesn't realize that you're way smarter than them, way more intelligent than them. They cannot be on the level. This is what it's about. Hey! Come on. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. One love, yeah? One love, one love, one love. One love. Remember, no inversion can work on you without your permission. The inversion only works when you are still in the dark because you haven't looked at your shadows. That's the only way the inversion works. The inversion no longer works when you freed yourself. You understand? She's talking about trauma and the light. Danielle Ponder, power. You understand? So this is what it's about, you know? This is what it's about. You understand? So just wade in the water. Just wade in the water. Come on. Just wade in the water. I'm just going to let this breathe for a minute. Wade in the water. Wade in the water. Wade in the water. Come on. Wade in the water. Come on. Uh-huh. Oh. Uh-huh. Oh. Uh-huh. Yay. Uh-huh. In the water. Come on. In the water. Ella Jenkins. Ella Jenkins. Come on. What? Come on. Uh-huh. What? In the water. Come on. In the come on. Oh. Hey. Manuel. Manuel. Come on. What? Emmanuel. Come on. Oh. This is what it's about. Down to the river. Down to the river. Come on. This is what it's about. Uh-huh. Pray in the water. You got it. You're so deep, man. Oh. Uh-huh. Wash your hands with salt. Wash your hands with salt. Hey. Wash your hands. Uh-huh. I love it, Julia. That's beautiful. Come on. This is what it's about. This is what it's about. Come on. Uh-huh. You see? Oh, to my people in South Carolina, North Carolina, Mississippi, Alabama, Florida. Yeah, this is for you. Texas, Arkansas, in the water. Uh-huh. In the water. Come on. One love, Ohio. You understand? Uh-huh. This is what it's about, folks. So just keep wading in that water. And remember, there's no one like you. Yeah, we'll be back here on Friday. See you on Friday, yes? Thank you so much. And remember, today's the last day. Sign up for my class, Escaping Narcissistic Abuse. Yes, I went to Merci beaucoup from France. One love, one love, one love. Let me know where you're signing off from. Let me know which city, which country, which state before you go. Where are you signing off from? Ohio, one love. France, one love. Germany, one love. There's no one like us, Claire. Portia, there's no one like you. This is what it's about. God's gonna, oh man, this is what it's about. This is what it's about. Water. Come on. In the water. Uh-huh. Wait. In the, oh yeah. God's gonna, this is what it's about. This is what it's about. So thank you. And remember, you are part of the 4,400,000,000. As Jay Electronica said, the West is yet to come, but the best is yet to come for you. You understand? So thank you so much. Fernando, ¿cómo está? Thank you so much. This is what it's about. Remember, I'm closing here. You are part of the 4,400,000,000. Come on. This is what you're about. All the brothers and sisters get together. Come on. All the brothers and sisters. One love, South Africa. One love, North Carolina. One love, West Yorkshire. Let me know where you're signing off from before you go. Which city, which state, which country. Let us know. This is Jay Electronica. 400,000,000. This is about the chosen. Woo! Listen. Woo! Listen to the warning from Jay Electronica. Listen. This song is titled 4,400,000,000. Jay Electronica. Connecticut. What's up, Connecticut? Alemania, Germany. One love. Florida. One love. Listen. Them down loose. Mother Queen. Surprise, surprise. One for your lives. Keep my eye open for fake friends who will tell you about how fast you can get this cheddar, but behind your back, doing you like Chris Webber. Come on. How long now the album will start kind of tell us to watch this weather. Watch this weather. I'm trying to say it's climate change. Okay. It's not climate change. Y'all still listen to little Jones? One love, folks. Thank you so much. One love, one love, one love. All praises to a Lord. This is called bars. When I'm black, red.